Hey everybody, what's up? Good morning, it is TGIF Friday. And I'm here to talk about a little bit while my nephew is kind of distracted with Monsters vs. Aliens Halloween special. Talk about the upcoming fall schedule. Now, this is basically for anybody that's a fan of animation, of course. The good news for anybody that lives in the Central Valley region like I do, Sacramento region and everything, we are finally going to get something that was launched about 4 years ago, and that is called MeTV. In case some of you don't know what MeTV is, it's basically a very retro digital secondary or sub-channel which is released mainly by two companies, one of them being MGM, but also released courtesy of the major channel or network that it's a sub-channel of. In this case, MeTV is replacing More TV here in the Central Valley. Just checking, see if that's just my dog out there. But you know, More TV is being replaced by MeTV. Now, from what I've read, it's basically a retro station, which is more than just showing old shows, sitcoms and stuff from the 50s through the 80s. It's also a channel that shows retro commercials from the 50s and the 80s, 50s to the 80s. That's pretty good. So for me, on an animation standpoint, basically beyond the weekends, from what I understand, we'll get about 3 hours worth of cartoons or shows, that I recognize and some I don't. The main ones that I do recognize would be Gumby, He-Man, and She-Ra. The original He-Man and the original She-Ra. So that's pretty good. So if I can get up in the time frame that those will be on, because both will have an hour-long block to themselves, I will record them. So that's pretty cool to know. Now, and in case you're wondering what the noise is in the back, I'm recording Balto of Movieplex On Demand. But anyway, also we found out the upcoming schedule for THISTV, of course the Cookie Jar Tunes block that's part of THISTV, which is also kind of more of a modern day retro kind of aspect, more modern, more 80s, 90s, 2000s, if you will, mainly 80s and 90s. So the Cookie Jar Tunes, which is mainly formerly known as Dick Entertainment, or BKN, whatever you would call it, has throughout the years had a block of shows. Last season they had a couple of, this season they have some shows that they had about 2 or 3 years ago back on, like Wizard of Oz and a few others, some newer ones, some not. Liberty Kids was on there. Now, last year, the last season, not this current season, but the last season, they had a lot of stuff. They had Heathcliff, they had Inspector Gadget, they had Inspector Gadget, they had Sonic Underground, they had Sonic Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Basically, they had 2 Sonic Undergrounds and 1 Adventures. This first Sonic Underground would come on before Adventures, and then after the second Adventures, you'd have another Sonic Underground or something like that. Well, now Sonic Underground is on Disney XD as well as Jaru.com, and Adventures is on Jaru.com as well. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because according to Wikipedia, whether you want to believe them or not, the new schedule, which will start around October 1st and 2nd, has been released for the for the Cookie Jar Tunes lineup for this upcoming 2012-2013 season. And the shows that have been, according to Wikipedia, like I said, we do want to believe them or not, that are being listed as coming within a month's time, if you will, to Cookie Jar Tunes on the THISTV networks are Action Man, Flight Squad, Horseland, Hurricanes, which is a Scottish-European cartoon being brought over. Flight Squad is kind of a Canadian-Mexican show as well. Inspector Gadget's coming back. Very popular, so obviously he's coming back. Meta Jets, you may have heard of them off, I think, Fox. Pro Stars, which has not been seen in almost 20-something years. Well, feels like it, 15 to 20 years. Sabrina the Animated Series is coming back. Stargate Infinity animated series, which is returning. And this one, again, this is going to be a little hard to believe until we see it with our own eyes. But according to this, it says Sonic the Hedgehog TV series starts October 1st. Now, what is it now? Some people might say, oh, let me guess, it's Adventures again, right? Well, I don't really know. I mean, like I said, we've had Adventures, we've had Underground. Underground right now is on Disney XD and Jaru, and it says starts. It doesn't say returning. So you would have to suspect that maybe it could be, as we call it, Sonic the Hedgehog Sat AM. It could be that show, but we're not really sure just yet. We just gotta wait and see exactly what happens, because the last time we thought it could be, it ended up being Adventures and Underground. There was no Sat AM. So again, the lineup for the upcoming Cookie Jar Tunes 2012-2013 season: Action Man, Flight Squad, Horseland, Hurricanes, Inspector Gadget, Meta Jets, Pro Stars, Sabrina the Animated Series, Stargate Infinity, and Sonic the Hedgehog TV series, possibly Sat AM, all starting within the time frame of October 1st and 2nd. Now, here's how we know some of them are returning. Which ones are? Now, here's the things. If you look here, and I'm not sure if you can see that correctly, the ones that say returning are ones that have already been a part of it. The ones that say starts next to the dates are the ones that are starting for the first time. So if Sonic the Hedgehog TV series says starts on October 1st, then that's obviously could mean it could be Sat AM, but we're not totally 100% sure just yet. But that is the upcoming Cookie Jar Tunes schedule for THISTV for 2012-13. So that's all I can say. I mean, right now it looks like a good lineup. I mean, Inspector Gadget, you can't go wrong with that. Sabrina, you obviously are a fan of that, you can't go wrong with that. Sonic Sat AM, if it is, you can't go wrong with that. And who knows, and Pro Stars, you know, that's something that hasn't been seen in a while, so you can't go wrong with that either. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then, of course, for me, on a personal scale, along with anybody else that lives in the Central Valley here of California, Sacramento region, Sacramento, Stockton region, to get Me TV and possibly have He-Man and She-Ra and Gumby on the weekends, if you will, that is something great as well. But that's just my video on the animated fall lineup for THISTV and Me TV. So comment down below, tell me what you guys think, video response if you like. Talk to y'all later.